Good morning and welcome to day 8 of Vlogmas. Wow, it's flying by, isn't it? Hello, I'm Lynn and this is my channel, So Lindy Lou. And today, first thing in the morning, I'm going to be joining Sam, that's So Let's Sparkle with Sam, her sewing social. It's called Social Sparkle. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to be sewing up some more of these gift sets. They are face wipes, so it's got fabric on this side, so this one has got yoga, people doing yoga, and it's got the toweling on the other side. So that's what I'm going to be making up while I'm on the sewing social this morning. I've got a few more gifts that I need to get sewn, so I want to get those finished this week, because if you watched last week, you might remember me saying that I've got my dad and his wife coming down to stay this weekend, and I've got all my brothers coming over as well. I'm one of 4, so I've got my 3 brothers and their families coming over, so need to get prepared for that. So I'm going to be finishing off any present sewing this week and really looking forward to seeing them when they arrive on Friday. So I'm going to crack on and do that sewing. I'll put it on a time lapse so you can see what I'm going to be making, and I'll show you the end results at the end of the session. So catch up later. Well, that was a really productive session. I haven't counted how many I've made, but there are rather a lot here. I think there's enough for 2 sets because I'm putting 7 in each of the little bags. Here's one I made earlier. So that's one of the little gift bags to pop them inside. So that's one I made that you might remember seeing before. So I need to make the matching little bags for those 2 sets. So I'll probably do that this afternoon. So again, I'll show you what I make. I'm going to start and have some lunch now because it's 12 o'clock. My tummy's rumbling. I'm getting a little bit hungry. And my hubby is working locally today, so he's just popping back for lunch. So I will see him in a minute and I will see you later. Hello, I completely forgot to come back on and show you anything that I sewed up today. I didn't really get a chance to do much more sewing after the social that I attended this morning, but I did manage to make up 2 of these sets of face wipes. So there are 7 face wipes in each of the sets that I've created, and they fit into this little bag, so that they can be washed in there and kept in there. All I need to do actually is just pop on a press stud, so I will do that tomorrow. And I've got one other bag to make. I've got another set where I've already made the face wipes, and I just need to make another bag to put those in. So yeah, I think I've only got 1 more set to make now, and those are my the presents that I'm going to be making for people that are the face wipes anyway. I've got a couple of other things to do. So it's now 9:30. I just got back from the gym and had supper, so I'm going to call it a day there, and I will do a bit more sewing tomorrow and catch you up on what I do on day 9. So night night for now, and catch up tomorrow. Bye. On your marks, get set, go. Barking at the squirrels. Oh, hello, Dotty. You don't like going out, do you? Not for very long. Oh, they have been wiping their feet, haven't they? I think this needs to go in the wash. Good girl. Where's Lola? There she is. Here she comes, Lola Longlegs. Sit. Dotty, sit. Good girl. Lola. Oh, thank you. You're giving me a paw. Hello and welcome to day 9. It is about, oh my goodness, it's 20 to 1. I've been on a bit of a go slow this morning. I haven't slept very well the last couple of nights, so I haven't done any sewing at all yet. So I'm going to have a quick bite of lunch and then I'm going to get on and finish off my face wipe kits that I showed you yesterday that I was working on. So what I thought might be useful is, I mentioned yesterday that I'm going to put a snap fastener on the bags, and I thought it might be useful to just show you how to use the tool. If you haven't used it before, it can be a bit daunting to know what to do, because there are lots of different tools that come with it, which is great, but sometimes it can be a bit tricky to try and navigate which tools to use for which job. So I just thought I'd show you putting on the snap fasteners onto woven fabric. There are different ones for jersey, but I'm going to show you the woven ones. So I'll add that in a moment, and then I'm going to go and get some lunch. And then for the rest of the day, I have actually got some Christmas shopping to do, so I don't know how much more sewing I'll get done today, but I'm going into Stratford Avon to just pick up a few bits and pieces ready for my family coming down at the weekend. So I'll take you along on that trip with me, and if there's anything interesting to show you other than what I showed you last time I was in Stratford, I will show you that today. So I will catch up with you a little bit later on. So here's how to use the Vario tool to attach the snaps onto the bag. So you'll need 4 pieces in total. You've got 2 that have got the little prongs on them. So these are the ones that are, move my thumb out of the way. These are the ones that are going to go through the fabric. So the little prong, you don't need to make a hole in advance. They're sharp enough to actually go through this fabric, as it's only 2 layers. And then the other 2 are the actual snaps themselves. So you'll see that they look different. One's got the larger circle and the other got the smaller circle. So they're the male and female snaps that when you press them together, they'll snap together. And then I've got the correct tool on the Vario tool. So these will just pull in and out. So you can put different tools on depending on what you're doing. And you can use these for the snap fasteners as I'm doing here, or you can use them for rivets, or you can use the metal ones that you can use for jersey as well. So these are the correct tools for the job for today. So this back part here is where the snap with the point is going to go, so you can see it fits nicely into that little hole. And then the way it works is on this side, it's got a piece of metal there in the center, and what that will do is when you press them together, it's going to press the prong and hold it in place over this. So I'll show you how I have found the best way to do them. So I've already pre-marked, so I'm going to push it through the fabric, and if you just give it a little push, you can see there that it's gone through. And then I've found it easiest if you actually position the snap on top of the prong, and then you can get your tool positioned in place. And before you press it, just make sure that you haven't got any fabric caught in. Just have a look all the way around and make sure you've got it in the right place. And then you want to give it a really, really good squeeze. There we are. So that snap is now in place. And then I've marked the other side of the bag. So I'm going to press the prong through the fabric again. Just making sure I'm getting it in the right place. There we go. Give it a push and it'll come through. And then again, same as last time. Now this side is slightly more tricky because you've got some fabric in the way. So what I tend to do is just fold it so you can get your tool in. So just make sure that back is in place, make sure the front's in place, check it all the way around to make sure you haven't got any fabric caught in. And again, a really, really good squeeze. And there we've got the snap on and in position. Oh, they're very hard to open actually once they're on, so that's definitely in place. So I can now pop my face wipes in the bag. And these kits were from Sam, So Let's Sparkle with Sam. So I'll just link that on this video as well. I mentioned it earlier on yesterday, although actually I think day 8 and 9 are on this same video, so it'll all be contained in the same place. So here's another one that I'd already made. This one's for my daughter, and then these two are for 2 of my friends. And I've got the Handmade with Love label in there as well. So that's how you use the Vario tool. Hello, I've just got back from Strapped Up Uneven. It was a miserable day actually. It's really grey and a little bit damp and windy, so I didn't take any footage because it didn't look particularly nice, to be honest. So I've been and done my bits and pieces of shopping. It's a good job I was going out actually, because can you believe I actually ran out of white cotton. I've been sewing quite a lot with white just recently for gifts and things, and I realised that I hadn't got any left. So when I popped out, I went and got myself some cotton as well. So these are the last 2 little sets of the bags for the face wipes to go in. So I just need to sew that one closed. That's why I've got the little peg on it holding it together. So I've got 2 of those just to finish off, and then my last 2 sets of the face wipes that I'm making. So I shall do those shortly, but having just got back from racing around, I'm really thirsty and a little bit peckish. So I've got my lovely cup of coffee here, and I've got myself a little cherry Bakewell Graze bar. Now watch what happens when I open it. Let's just see. There's somebody next to me that's looking quite interested. Hello Lola, hello Dotty. They've woken up and got off their little pillow and come over to beg for some of my biscuit. And this is Nigel's fault. He's very naughty and he likes to share his with them. So they're actually sitting here waiting for me to give them a piece each. So I'm just going to break them a small piece off. Let me see if I can just angle the camera. Oh, I can't do that one-handed. I'll probably pull the whole thing over if I do. Let me just see. There we go. There they are. Right, let's see. Good girl, they're sitting already. There we go, very well behaved. So I'm going to go and drink my cup of coffee now and have my biscuit, and then, or whatever it is, breakfast bar, and then I'm going to finish off that bit of sewing. So that's probably it then for the day, because what we're going to be doing later is Gracie and I, that's my daughter, or our daughter I should say, we've got a girls' night in because Nigel's going out, so we are going to be sitting down having homemade pizza and then watching probably Gilmore Girls. That's our sort of favourite watch when we sit down together. So I think we must be watching, I've probably said before, we must be on about our 10th watch, I think. We just start again when we get to the end because we love it so much. So I might do a bit of filming of that later, but if not, I will get this loaded up tonight. There's Lola licking her lips, wondering if she's going to get any more. Maybe, if they're good. It'll save me the calories. Anyway, I will catch up with you a bit later on. I also thought I'd show you a couple of things that have come through the post today. So the first one, you'll remember, if you see it's on my last video, you'll remember my sequin party dress that I made from Sew Over It. I also thought I would make the bow bag from Sew Over It. So I've just had the printed pattern come through the post today. I realised though, actually I should have read the instructions first. You can just do the measurements, you don't need the pattern piece, but never mind, I've got the pattern piece now, so I will use that. So I'm going to make it out of sequins, and then I'll put a bow on the front, probably out of velvet, I think. So I'll hopefully get to make that this week, ready for next Monday. So I will show you that as and when I make it. The other thing that came through the post isn't actually sewing related, but I thought it might be of interest to you because I know interacting with many of you, you're really keen on supporting small businesses, and this product is from friends of ours who run a small business. They started the business, I think it was 2024, and it was called Smelly Men. And the whole concept behind it is that James, who's the founder of the business, goes to jiu-jitsu, And he realised that actually some of the products that are used by, you know, by the guys there are not the best for your body in terms of, you know, lots of synthetic chemicals and that sort of thing. So he was really keen to try and find a product that was all, you know, that was all natural and didn't have any nasty chemicals in that could cause the planet harm, but also the wearer harm as well. So he started off with smelly men, and it was deodorants and soaps and beard oil and things like that. My husband is really good friends with James, so he supported him by buying some straight away. And then he also launched Smelly Boys, which is for teens. So that's the same sort of products in terms of deodorants and soap, but aimed at the teen market. And then they've recently launched Smelly Women. So there is soap, and that's Cara, picture of his wife Cara on the front there. So James and Cara do all of the operational side of the business and the packaging, which I think is really cool. And Cara apparently kept asking James when there were going to be products for women, so I think he relented, and they've now developed some and are now selling those. So this one is called Day Trip, and it's a natural soap bar, and it has got, I should have put my glasses on, hang on a sec so I can read the small print. It's got Mei Chang, sweet orange and poppy seeds. And I'm just going to open this one to show you what it looks like. So that's what the soap looks like, and it smells. I wish it was smell-o-vision so you could actually smell what that smells like, because it is absolutely gorgeous. It's really fresh and lovely. You can smell the poppy seeds and the orange coming through really well. And then there is the deodorant, which I've already used one of these, and this is the second one I've now bought. Nigel bought me one to try, and I've just replenished this. This one's called Out Out, and this one has got neroli and geranium. So again, a really lovely smell. I love the smell of geranium, so really pleased that I got that one. There are a couple of other fragrances as well. And then just to show you the men's packaging, that one, just making sure the light's not shining on it, that one is Smelly Men. This one is a deodorant called Early Doors, and it's got lime, frankincense and sweet orange. So really lovely products, and yeah, just that I would share those with you if you're interested in supporting small businesses. And James has very kindly given me a discount code, so I'll put that in the details below. So if you did want to try out their products, then you'd be able to get a discount with the code that I give you. So that's it from me for now. I will come back a little bit later on because Grace has just got home from work and she's going to have pizza with me, and we are going to watch Gilmore Girls, but then she's going over to see her boyfriend as well a bit later on, so I might get to do a little bit more sewing because Nigel's out tonight as well. So I will catch up with you later on. Well, that's it for today, folks. Grace and I have just had our pizza. We've watched a bit of Gilmore Girls. She's now gone off to see her boyfriend, and I think I am just going to go and put my PJs on and get this video edited and uploaded. So thank you for joining me for days 8 and 9, and I will look forward to recording some more content, and I'll catch up with you in a couple of days' time. So happy sewing, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Bye for now.